הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד.
I've officially begun, so those of you that
מה
are
טוב ומה נעים
I've told my staff that I'm trying to keep my 10-minute remarks to somewhere under a half an hour. So I hope you all have some dessert, you all have some food. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. How wonderful it is for us to be able to be here together. The late Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sacks wrote in his book Morality that was published in 2020, just before he passed away. The pandemic showed us how terrible the eye can be and how elevating and inspiring. Oh. I get feedback all day long, so I'm used to it. Should we try that again? Okay. So my staff, if they want to start, not from there. I can move ahead a little bit. Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sacks said in his book Morality that was published in 2020 right before his death, the pandemic showed us how terrible the I can be and how elevating and inspiring the we can be. I cannot believe that I am finishing my 10th year here as CEO of this remarkable organization. We have accomplished so much in the last 10 years, and yet there is still so much that we want to do. I find myself in a constant state of wonder and awe. The capacity of people is unbelievable. I am blessed to be surrounded by the most amazing colleagues, wonderful teammates, and a committed and dedicated board. A community that is beyond belief with an appetite for growth that is unbelievable. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel once said that he lives with radical amazement, and I very much feel that each and every day. I encourage all of you, as Jordan did, to read through your annual report, so I brought this up here. There are some hard copies, there's a QR code. Please don't read it while I'm talking, it'll only make me talk more. You can read it when you get home or tomorrow morning when you have nothing to do over coffee. The JCC is in fact the town square of the community. It is a place that you can get to from anywhere and get anywhere from there. We really are here to be for the entire community. Jordan referred to our strategic plan. I'm not going to read it to you. You have it up here on the screen. We continue to be laser focused on achieving the priorities of our plan and to be exactly what we aspire to be, and it has allowed us to unlock the true potential of this organization from every corner of it, here in the building and outside. The plan is based on 5 pillars: engaging families with young children, innovative Jewish programming, philanthropy, general community outreach, technology, and infrastructure. Out of the plan, we have developed an engagement strategy involved building on the idea of we. And when I talk about we, I'm talking about the people in our community, the community as a whole, agencies and organizations, with the intention of the J creating this miraculous collaboratory that will be here for each and every one of us to incubate, innovate, and create together to a better future for our community. The Tucson J has become the implementing partner of PJ Library. Out of that, we have seen incredible growth in the program and engagement with families with young children. We are just under 600 subscriptions for PJ Library. When we took the program over in August, we were just over 500. This has been incredible work of bringing community together, both in their homes, out in the community at the J, in their synagogues, and all over. In addition, we are now the lead partner in the Weintraub Israel Center. I would be remiss if I just didn't make a couple of comments about the evolving and meaningful work that is going on around Israel as we celebrate the 75th birthday of this remarkable sovereign Jewish land, that while there are complexities, we know that it is ours, and we will lean in together to activate our generative mission statement. The generative mission statement of the Weintraub Israel Center is an invitation for each of us to go on our own self-propelled journey, where we can connect individually in a way that is meaningful to us, and then come together collectively to celebrate. There it is again, the idea of we. In doing so, we have adopted the Z3 framework from the Oshman Family JCC in Palo Alto, California. Unity, not uniformity. We can be together as a people in spite of the fact that we may have differences of opinions. We engage as equal partners, and we welcome a diversity of voices into that conversation. Another outcome of our strategic plan, with the support of JPSA, we have hired the inaugural Director of Community Engagement. A major responsibility of that position is to work with the Jewish ecosystem of Southern Arizona, which is an initiative out of Jewish Philanthropies of Southern Arizona, bringing together all aspects of the community to help animate the findings of the 2020 community study. A significant part of that engagement involves coffee dates, or a chance to sit one-on-one with members of our community, listening and learning about their priorities, and then helping connect them as a community to things that are important and meaningful to each other, building from the I back to the we. I was at the JCC Association board meeting earlier this week, and we noodled around this idea of connecting thousands, counting by ones. Let me say that again. Connecting thousands, counting by ones. That's what we're doing. We're reaching out, finding people, meeting them where they are, and connecting them one by one to create this incredible engaged community that we have here in Tucson. We have 3 North Stars that we talk about: building greater Jewish community, more vibrant Jewish life, with intentional and measurable outcomes. And year over year, we get closer and closer to that goal of being able to report out on the engagement and the activity and the impact. And we're seeing it in the rising numbers of people that are participating, and we are living it with the growth of programming and the growth of membership and the connection that people see one to another. I'm going to give us all a little history lesson. The JCC Association, which I refer to, which is now the umbrella organization of JCCs, was formed in 1917. In 1917, members of the Jewish community, primarily back east, were going to YMHAs. And we were about to, as a country, engage in a war. And the Jewish community was gathered to try to find young men to go serve in World War I. Out of that came the Jewish Welfare Board. The Jewish Welfare Board then, as it does now, provides support to Jewish men and women who are serving our country. This year, we will be sharing some special information over Memorial Day, trying to help our community see that Memorial Day is not necessarily just the unofficial beginning of summer, but actually an opportunity to honor those men and women who have served our country and lost their lives. The JWB does something miraculous. They bring together rabbis of the Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox movement to agree upon a Siddur and to agree upon a prayer service that will serve our men and women that are serving both out in deployment and here in the United States, bringing together people to create a greater good. Also sounds a lot like what we're trying to do. Bring together people from all walks of life in our community to come together to celebrate community, acknowledging our differences and working to find common ground that we can work together to come together and enhance Jewish life. Here at the J, we believe that everyone belongs and some people join. Everyone in our community has stake and ownership in who we are. Everyone in our community is a part of the J. And as a part of the J, we have a responsibility to serve them in a way that is meaningful to them. We have an opportunity to create activities and programs and connections that will bring them together in a way that resonates for them. And as an outcome of that, thankfully, many choose to join. But we are not in the business only of trying to sell membership. We are in the business of creating meaningful and deep impact for our entire community. I'm all about numbers for the next moment. So I'm going to take us on a little bit of a journey. In 1955, the Tucson JCC was born. In 1989, we opened the building here on River and Dodge. And in the year 2000, we hosted the JCC Maccabi Games for the first and only time. I want to share with you that 70 years after the birth of the JCC and 36 years after we arrived here on this campus and 25 years after the first time we hosted the JCC Maccabi Games, we have the distinct honor and privilege to host the JCC Maccabi Games from July 27th to August 1st, 2025. This will take an entire community effort of volunteers, committee members, teens, host families, community partners, engaging families with children, innovative Jewish programming. It's going to take some philanthropy. It's going to involve general community outreach, and we're going to need a whole lot of technology and infrastructure. 4 years after the implementation of our strategic plan, we will animate this plan and bring our entire community together around something that will help populate volunteer boards across the community for 10 years after, that will engage our teens in a way that they cannot imagine. And it's a secret. We're going to have a whole lot of fun doing it. So I invite all of you to be a part, and when your name is called, please say yes. Come along for the ride, whether you can volunteer the week of or whether you want to be part of the General Steering Committee. Josh Schenker is going to act as our games director, and I'm proud to announce that Barney and Kira Holtzman have agreed to be the games chairs. I'm on a bit of a kick with Rabbi Sachs. Rabbi Sachs said, optimism and hope are not the same. Optimism is the belief that the world is changing for the better. Hope is the belief that together we can make the world better. Optimism is a passive virtue. Hope is an active one. It takes no courage to be an optimist. It takes a great deal of courage, however, to believe in hope. The Hebrew Bible is not an optimistic book. It is a book filled with hope. In the service for Tisha B'Av, one of the most solemn days of the year, one of the prayers that we say in that moment where we are supposed to be so introspective and solemn is that we are in fact captives of hope. And as captives of hope, it is my hope that we will continue to grow and strengthen and work together for a better future for our community, and that each and every one of us are a part of that. I do believe that the J constitutes a very large and positive we. Thank you all very, very much.